Other big story tonight, the Osceola County Sheriff sporting a new color tonight. Yeah, he's stuck in jail until he can prove he has clean money to bond out. And it could be a long weekend without a court date now set.
Yeah, Manny Martinez is live at the Lake County Jail tonight where that suspended sheriff is. Manny, it's crowded outside those doors.
Crowded, Marlisa, because all of us reporters here are watching very closely to see if the suspended sheriff walks out. And we'll show you what it is that we are looking at. And it is that little door over there on the left side. There's also a co-defendant in jail here that could bond out, and we are waiting to speak with them. And then the big doors on the right, that's the Sally Port. That's where any of the other named co-defendants, and there are 2 that are still wanted, will be led through to start the booking process. It's a striking visual. The suspended sheriff in a jailhouse jumpsuit. Dressed in the typical orange, Marcos Lopez faced a judge in a virtual court hearing, concerned with how to get out.
How do I start the bond process?
He's not likely to be released tonight, perhaps not even this weekend either. His attorney told Fox 35 Lopez's release won't come before another court hearing. He will have to prove every cent posted toward his $1 million bond is squeaky clean, a stipulation requested by the statewide prosecutor.
Essentially asking the court that prior to posting that the defendant show that these are not funds derived from any illegal enterprise or any illegal proceeds.
In the meantime, Lopez is in a cell away from the other inmates because of his position in law enforcement. Lake County deputies say that's normal practice for safety reasons. Ex-con turned motivational speaker Larry Lawton says the sheriff won't be entirely alone.
You will interact with people in there. They have what they call orderlies in the hole that come and clean up, and they'll pass books, and there's a whole system set up. Now, obviously, he's going to be shunned by anybody because we're always a cop.
Co-defendant Carol Cote bonded out Friday afternoon. Sharon Fedrick is still locked up on $300,000 bail. Statewide prosecutors say the suspended sheriff, Cote, Fedrick, and 2 others teamed up to run an illegal gambling ring out of this former nightclub in Kissimmee. Investigators say they racked up more than $21 million in profits over several years. We've now learned prosecutors say Lopez's take was somewhere between $600,000 and $700,000 cash.
There is evidence in the affidavit of a wire transfer to a bank account he controlled through a fictitious business name. There's direct text message evidence from both WhatsApp and cell phone applications of his involvement in this enterprise dating back to 2019.
And records show that Lopez has entered pleas for each charge. That's racketeering and conspiracy to commit racketeering. Both of those pleas not guilty. Now, if Lopez wants to walk out of this jail before his trial, the judge ordered he'll have to give up his passport and any of his guns.
Oh, my goodness, you guys. We have breaking news out of Klamath County, where a sheriff's deputy has been arrested for DUI and falsely reporting a kidnapping. Wow. What got into this guy? Klamath County, Oregon, a Klamath County Sheriff's deputy was arrested early Friday morning after falsely reporting a kidnapping and later being found under the influence of alcohol, authorities said. Deputy Jacob Brandt, that's his name, he called 911 at about 1:32 a.m. from the Pilot Travel Center on Highway 97, claiming he had been kidnapped at gunpoint by 3 Hispanic men and sent inside the store to get snacks. Officers from multiple agencies responded, but no suspects were found. Surveillance footage revealed inconsistencies in Brandt's account, prompting further investigation. Loser cop. Brandt was determined to be under the influence of alcohol and was arrested for driving under the influence of intoxicants. He was cited and released at the Klamath County Jail due to state-imposed jail capacity limits. Okay. The allegation of initiating a false report remains under investigation. Brandt has been placed on administrative leave. The Klamath County Sheriff's Office said it holds members to the highest standards and it is committed to transparency and accountability. Well, where's this picture then? We're going to have to look and see if we can't find one. Okay, it's a developing story, and blah, blah, blah. That's all you need to know. Okay, that's it. Let's move on with the show.
Cocaine found in detective's desk, a jail breach, and an inmate death. That's just where City of Henderson report 8 News Now obtained begins. Thanks for joining us here at 4:30. I'm Denise Valdez.
I'm Kirsten Joyce. Those details in the early 250-page report that centers around the firing of the prior police chief. 8 News Now reporter James Schaefer has the details from our newsroom. James.
Kirsten, Denise, we have been asking for months, why did Henderson City Manager Stephanie Garcia-Voss fire the then police chief Holly Chadwick? Today, we might have an answer and a timeline for just how their relationship turned sour. One of the allegations pointed to Chadwick by Stephanie Garcia-Voss is when cocaine was found in a narcotic detective's desk. The chief responded they were not drug tested and there was no reason to. Next, we learn of a jail breach at the Water Street Detention Center. Garcia-Voss asking how it could have happened. The chief responded there was a breach in the wall. Both sides, however, hesitated to solve the issue immediately, citing additional razor wire might cause an eyesore. And while in custody, we learned Chadwick failed to notify Councilwoman Monica Larson about an inmate's death in the required 48 hours. 2 weeks ago, we asked Garcia-Voss about her decision to fire the then police chief. She denied the mayor played a role in the decision.
There is no truth to that. Hiring and firing of employees is solely the decision of the city manager. I'm the city manager, and that was my decision to make. There's a separation of powers.
Now, this release also highlights a fraying relationship between the two, the chief being denied a trip out of state, being told it was unacceptable the chief didn't attend a retirement party for a council member, and being told not to get defensive when receiving feedback. Okay, so where do we go from here? Well, the police chief is now running for mayor. Her campaign alleges several of her responses to the city manager were left out of this very report.
Okay, guys, I didn't mean to surprise you with an After Dark episode this evening, but I had too many bad apples to fit on the show tomorrow morning. So can't really skip a day without letting these guys get off the hook. I can't do that. Okay, so I hope to see you guys back here tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. bright and early. And thank you so much for showing up here tonight. Have a great evening.